Whether you are a carpenter, an ambitious hobbyist, or a woodworker just starting out, the Hammer C331 is the combination machine for someone looking to work without limits and with an eye for quality. This compact machine fits into even the smallest of workshops and only requires a door opening of 80 centimeters into the workshop. Our hobbyist Helmut is very impressed with its combination machine. He can now make all of his woodworking dreams a reality. Take a look at how Helmut makes a rocking chair from a raw piece of timber from a locust tree. The C331, with its unbeatable price to performance ratio, is capable of coping with any carpentry challenge it may be asked of. Accurate moulding with a guide ring, precise miter cuts and dowel boring, simply perfect. Let's take a look at the C331 in action. First of all, our woodworker Helmut draws an outline of the chair components on a board. With this one-to-one drawing, he can reference any measurements at any time. In order to make the whole process as quick and as accurate as possible, Helmut has also made a list of materials. To cut the boards to length, Helmut is using a universal 315mm saw blade. With this saw blade diameter, the hammer combination can attain an impressive maximum cutting height of 103mm. And away we go. When making the sizing cut, the use of a pencil and measuring tape will suffice. An extra 50mm has been calculated into the cut. The saw cuts through the hard wood without a problem. The first working process is now completed. All of the pieces have been cut roughly to length. Now we need to cut the boards to the required width. For this, we are going to remove the crosscut fence, which is achieved by simply releasing a couple of handles and is done in seconds. Clamp the edging shoe to the sliding table, insert a rip blade into the saw, and readjust the cutting height. Now clamp the board under the edging shoe, which ensures that this cut is also performed without a hitch. The robust rip fence can be adjusted easily and moved along the full 600mm rip capacity. Helmut is adding an additional 5mm to the cutting length. The saw guard extracts the dust perfectly, keeping the workshop clean. Panels that are longer than the sliding table can still be cut with the help of an edging shoe attached to a larger panel. When the sliding table is locked into place, the panel runs along the groove, allowing Helmut to rip along the full length. The hammer sliding table, the strong aluminium chamber profile, and the high quality guidance system ensures a perfect result. All of the pieces have now been roughly cut to size. Now we move on to planing and thicknessing. In order for Helmut to use the space in his workshop as efficiently as possible, he has equipped his machine with a rolling carriage. This allows him to position the machine in the optimum position for each working process. The rip fence can also be used as a planer fence. For both planing and milling, the fence can be tilted and locked into position anywhere between 90 and 45 degrees. The standard Euro planer guard ensures increased levels of safety when planing or milling. The depth of cut can be set anywhere between 0 and 4 mm. Thanks to the 4 horsepower motor, and hammer planing technology, planing these pieces is a joy. To thickness the pieces, all we need to do is lift the thicknessing tables. Swing the planing extraction hood over, which now becomes our thicknessing extraction hood, and reattach the extraction hose, and we're ready to go. The solid cast iron planing tables are heavily ribbed and are designed for even the most demanding of tasks. The thicknessing height is simple to set up thanks to this hand wheel. The digital clock, which can be added as an option, displays the height accurate to 1/10 of a millimeter. The feed speed is 6 meters per minute and can be switched off if you are using the mortising facility. A thicknessing width of 306 millimeters allows you to process large workpieces. Unique technology is used in the 3-knife hammer cutter block. Simply lay the blade onto the blade holder so that the holes match up. Place the holder and blade into the cutter block, fasten the screws, and the blade change is complete. Not only can you change the blades in a matter of seconds, there is no setup or calibration required. First of all, we are going to start by thicknessing the longer side. The maximum thicknessing height is 225 millimeters, giving the possibility to thickness large pieces. The feed speed of 6 meters per minute gives us quick results. The 3-knife cutter block leaves a perfect finish. The versatile table extensions allow the machine to adapt to the workpiece and not the other way around. A truly perfect result, thanks to hammer precision. So, have we awoken any interest? Spindle molding. Molding is always a challenge. The spindle unit on the hammer C331 is made of solid cast iron, ensuring that it can be used even for the most demanding of tasks. It is designed to absorb all vibration, ensuring a precise result. The spindle can be set to 4 different speeds of 3,000, 6,000, 8,000 and 10,000 revolutions per minute. Additionally, the molder can be set to run either clockwise or counterclockwise. This allows the user to adapt the setting of the molder to best suit the work process. Let's take a look at Helmut working with the molder. Before we move on to the machine itself, we have to prepare a couple of jigs. To do this, we copy the respective curves onto tracing paper. The curved ruler is a big help when doing this sort of work. Then the shapes are cut out and transferred onto a cheap panel of chipboard. The curved cut can be carried out on a bandsaw or jigsaw. The curved ruler can then be screwed onto the board and then molded along the curve. Molding with the use of a guide ring. For this work process, Helmut is using a rebate head with a guide ring. The guide ring has the same exterior diameter as the rebate head. For your safety, the Euro Curve molding guard should be used. It also helps to achieve excellent extraction results. Using the spindle molder with the strong 4 horsepower motor makes the working process quick and accurate. Hammer quick use clamps are used to secure the workpiece to the moulding jig. And once again, let's take a look at the working process. The workpiece is positioned on top of the jig. The guide ring ensures